Okay, Jamaican overseas.
Yes.
All right, so this lady has a degree in banking and finance. However, her passion is in the kitchen. With me now, one of this year's contestants in the Carla Hall's Next Favorite Chef competition, Terry Ann Reynolds, who made it all the way to the quarterfinals, one of 96,000 who started off. And by the time she was eliminated, you were one of
1,728.
Look at you! Look at you! First of all, for those of us who don't know, tell us a little bit about this competition.
All right, so Carla Hall Favorite Chef Competition is a global online competition. So it invites chefs and home cooks to be a part of the competition, and the prize is $25,000 US. You get an opportunity to cook with celebrity chef Carla Hall, and you also get a feature and are on the cover of Taste of Home magazine.
Okay, so Terry, how you end up? Let's talk about the competition after. How you end up in the kitchen after a banking and finance degree? I understand it had a lot to do with your mama.
Yes, my mom was a pastry chef, and on my dad's side, my dad's uncle was a baker and he owned a bakery. So my passion was reignited after my mom died, because from I was a teenager, I actually wanted to cook. But my passion was reignited after she died.
I was in 2020.
2020, and there was just this burning passion to continue doing it. So I started an online course with Culinary Institute of Jamaica, and I did a 1-year course. It's Heart Trust, level 1, 2, and 3 in culinary. So we did it online because it was during the COVID.
So what does that equip you to do now?
Well, I love both cooking and baking. Not every chef loves both. So I'm able to cook, I'm able to bake. I also can make juices, cocktails, and I also can do table settings. So you learn, you're very well-rounded.
So you can absolutely go and work as a sous chef? Really? So you're still in banking and finance?
I am in accounting.
Okay. What's a dream, Carla?
All right.
Terry Ann, what's a dream?
To open a restaurant.
Of course.
But currently, it's the best of both worlds because I love accounting and I love cooking.
And also, the accounting will be very useful when you open a restaurant.
That's
so
right.
God don't make a mistake.
No, he does not.
So in 2020, your mom passed, and you said, "I'm going to honor her memory."
I am.
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how you got involved with the competition, and tell me about going through the rounds to make it to the quarterfinals.
All right. So when I began the competition, a friend of mine sent it to me on Instagram. So she sent it and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this. When I entered, I was like, I wonder if I'm going to be selected. And then 2 days after, I actually got an email to say, congratulations, you were selected.
What did you need to do to apply?
So they told you to send pictures of your work, right? And picture in your attire or pictures of yourself.
Okay.
So that won them over and they said, okay, we want you to be a part of the competition. The first round started on May the 20th, and they selected the top 20 from each group. Then
there are 144 groups, you said?
No, it was, at that point, it was over 96,000 people.
Oh. So
it was 1,536 groups, and it was 63 people in each group.
Jesus.
So they eliminated by top 20. Then when they move on to the next round, top 15, then top 10, then top 5. When it was at the top 5 and I was to go to the group finals, I was at third for a long time. And this guy was in at first, and I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to move. I wonder if I'm going to move. But my community is so amazing, and they pushed for me, they rallied for me, and they got me to the number 1 spot, and I was able to go to the quarterfinals. What I love about the competition, it's not just about you winning, but it's also about charity. Because you have free votes and you have paid votes. So the donated votes goes to charity to help persons who are in the industry who are struggling to be sustainably in the industry. So that's the kicker. That's
very cool.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful experience to be able to win, but also to be able to be a part of something that will help others.
So you get the task, and it's people who judge for you as to whether you move on to the next round?
No, it's just voting.
Oh, wow.
It's just voting, yeah.
Okay. So you say there's a Jamaican who's in the competition still?
Yes, his name is Oden Mitchell. He's still in the competition. I think 5 Jamaicans overall, but 4 of us have been eliminated, and he's the only one who's at semi-finals now. So, you know, I'm hoping, I'm praying, and I'm rooting for him. I have my team voting for him as well. So I'm just hoping that everybody will vote for him. So maybe a Jamaican can win it for the first time.
That would be great. But as for your part, what did you take away from this experience?
I took away stretching of my capacity and preparing me to go on my own eventually to open a restaurant. The competition was a lot of anxiety, but it was fun because when you check and you say you're in 3rd place, you're like, wow, all right, let's see if I can rally people. So it's about tenacity, and it's about hard work, and it's about support, and it's just about your community rallying around you and just believing in you towards this goal. So it was just a wonderful experience, a lot of brainstorming, because, you know, May 20th to July 25th is a long time period, so I had to find ways to get people engaged.
And you're juggling this with your work, right?
Right.
Okay.
But the good thing is that I was on vacation during the first part of the competition, so I was able to create videos and, you know, prepare plating and show and, you know, prepare cakes and all of those things.
Was there ever a time when you thought, I can't bother with this, you know? This too hard.
Yes.
Me done.
I'll be very honest.
Free.
I was like, wow, this is a lot.
What did I do?
This is overwhelming, but I stuck with it.
Yeah.
I stuck with it because I don't like to give up. And I try to accept challenges and head face on with them. Yeah. So I persevered, and even if persons didn't vote, just the encouraging words, you can do it, continue, press forward, you know, you can do this. The kind of
words your mother would have given you.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure every time you felt like you were going to quit, you were like, okay.
Yeah, my mother would never give up. My mother would never give up. You remember your why, that's it.
So you've walked away a better person.
Much better.
A better cook. A better chef.
Stronger. Wiser.
Yeah, yeah. So the word to folks who just feel like, you know, they want to take on a big challenge, but because you took on a global 96,000 people, and you walked in boldly.
I've never entered a competition. It was completely out of my comfort zone. Completely. Persons are like, whoa, you're so brave. I don't think I would ever try this. But God is good. God is good.
So your word to us is everybody should do one thing in your life that scares you.
Yes, don't let fear stop you.
Don't let fear stop you.
Because if fear stops you, you'll never know how great you can be.
I don't have a word more to say because, like, what else could you possibly need after that? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm glad you did it because sometimes we really do need to prove to ourselves that we are more than even we think we are. Or we don't know until we're stretched.
That's true.
Never know until
that is so true. And some of us have gifts inside of us and we're not tapping into them.
Absolutely. And then 20 years later you say, I wonder what would have happened had I tried this, Carla. Regret. Do not do it. It is a cake best served never. Not cold, not hot. If you think it and if you feel it in your bones, just give it a shot. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you do it and you don't get where you want to go, and then continue at the lessons, you do it again. You're going to do this again, aren't you? You're going to find another competition.
I am.
I know. Yes. Love this for you, Terrian. Thank you so much. Great story. Contestant in the Carla Hall's Next Favorite Chef competition, telling us about what happens when we just believe and do. Terrian Reynolds. Still to come, discussing interdependence in relationships. That is in Girl Talk. Right now, though, we're checking in News in 5. Second edition is next.